Okay, so we are asked to graph this equation here. So when we look at it, we've talked about in our class how to tell whether the equation will, when you graph the points, make a line. So since this is in y equals mx plus b form, we know it's going to make a line. So now we're going to pick x values. Now, we could pick whatever numbers we want here because the x is next to a 5, so any number can be multiplied by 5. So that's why we're allowed to pick any x values we want. Now, I want to see where the line goes on this side of the graph and this side of the graph. That's why it's good to pick negatives and some positives. While you can do this, you can pick 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can, but then you're only going to see these points over here where the line goes over here. So I would prefer to in case I plug a number in wrong or something, I want to get a better feel for what the line's going to look like. So I'm going to try -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Again, you could pick -2, you could pick -1.5 if you want, 0, you could pick 3, you could pick 6, you could pick whatever numbers you want. So those are the ones I'm going to pick. Then we're going to take our equation here, y equals 5x, but instead of x, we're going to plug in the number from our table that we chose. So then 5 times -2 is -10, minus 2 is -12. Now if we look at our graph, the y is -12, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Our graph only goes up to 10 if we want to go by ones. So if we want to use this value, we're going to need to extend our graph so it includes 2 more. Or we could get rid of this and we could pick another number like, let's say 3, and see if that works or if that's too high. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. So it was -12. And now I'm going to repeat this process. I'm going to take out the x from the equation and plug in the number here from our table. And then we get -7. So go ahead and fill out your table. Again, it doesn't have to be the same values I picked. So 5 times 0, 0, 0 minus 2 is -2. 5 times 1 is 5, minus 2 is 3, and then one more left. So plug in the 2, and we get 10 minus 2 is 8. Alright, so now we're going to graph our points. Remember that our x-axis is this one, so you can go left or right. So if it's negative, we're going to go left. Positive, we go right. And then on the y movement, we go down if it's negative. And then we go up if it's positive. So from the origin, we're going to go to the left 2, and then we're going to go down 12. And then we're going to go left 1, and then down 7. And then we're going to go to 0, and then down 2. And then we're going to go to 1 and up 3. And then we're going to go to the right 2 and then up 8. And then we should be able to get a piece of paper and line up our points, and it should make a straight line. Again, I don't have a ruler.